Let's go and get this game going and see if we have better luck this time. Let's see, this thing is already amped up. I don't know how intense it's going to get if I do the complete edition or do the older edition. Alright, I guess we'll find out. Let's do the complete edition first. I honestly wasn't expecting this game to... Let's do medium. Let's be nice to this. Let's be nice to the GPU. Ooh. GPU peaked there a little bit. Alright. Alright, this thing's still running pretty high, but let's give it a shot.
Got good news and bad news here.
Oh yeah, that's running way better.
Today is my birthday, so a victory would be nice.
Wait, what?
Where have you been? If this was a pizza
Did he just say today's his birthday? Oh wow. Already this game is already being more Ace Combat than Project Wingman is. That's the thing I've noticed with the more recent Ace Combat games, or at least like I think 4, 5, and 6. When you're in Ace Combat, you always start with a mission where you're going up against bombers because they're slow and in formation, so you can learn how to play the game. And it's somebody's birthday. Why? I have no clue, but it is. I don't make the rules. Ace Combat does. Okay, so we got some baddies up there. All right. Micro missiles.
This is Bravo 1. We're taking a lot of enemy already. Requesting air support. Now!
Affirmative. Skull, destroy those ground targets in the downtown area. They are marked on your radar.
Be advised, we're spotting a lot of anti-air missiles there, and I'm seeing lots of them.
Skull, you heard them? Proceed with caution.
Oh. Cockpit mode. That's new.
Picking up drone squadron. F-14 Krevetka.
Fast. The paper-thin armor.
Strike force is imminent. Be advised, all Strelkies in the squadron are equipped with missiles.
I wish Gundam games could be this smooth.
Radar's clean. No enemies remaining in the combat area. Good job. Wait, stand by. Something's approaching at high speed.
Uh-oh. Oh. Well, that was weird. Probably too much strain on my
The new
GPU.
enemy squadron is composed of Mi-24s. Their specs are comparable with your M3s. If you don't want to die, stick
Whoops.
together.
What the hell? How'd they get their hands on those? A bigger one here. These hostile battle frames are really fast.
Get moving, our M1's getting slaughtered.
God.
Hey, Skull, you better keep pushing that booster.
Oh gosh. Oh, come on. Okay.
Detecting multiple hostile formations.
My gosh, even this is too much for the... I'm really shocked this game is putting this much strain on my computer. Gosh, I wonder if I have to go back and play the older edition. Okay, that's how I... Oh, that's cool. Oh my god. This game doesn't like it.
That's it for them. Good job,
Whew.
men.
So, boss, what's for dinner?
Alright. I may have
Welcome
to try
to
the
show,
older
Lieutenant
version.
Colonel Morgan Akeen. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Esmeralda.
Me thrilled. Alright. Meaty-eye. Or is it Meat-eye? Oh, it's Meat-eye. Alright. Alright, guys. Once again. Let me go back. Do the older version. Hopefully that's a lot less strain. Okay, we want full screen. Oh, look at that. They added the Japanese voice and text in here too. I remember when this game first came out, your choices was English and Thai. So I'm assuming this game was developed in Thailand. Alright, let's bring down the music just a little bit. Same
Main
thing.
system engaging combat mode.
Yeah,
Main system engaging combat mode.
there we go. Okay. Okie dokie. There we go. Gotta get the right resolution. There we go. Convert on. Okay. I'm hoping this is fully configured the way it's supposed to. Because, yeah. Oh man, look at the graphics on this version. Yep, this is the one I remember growing up with. Campaign, new campaign. Recommended. I don't have to do the training mission again, do I? Oh look, that's even different. I gotta do the training mission. Oh man. Text. Oh. Alright, I still keep my Zone of the Ender style controls, so I guess that's good. Oh, now that's an interesting thing. Why is it in the other game they got rid of that, they got rid of that cool little... Oh, that's right. Yeah, this game doesn't look anywhere as good as the other one. But at least this thing runs smooth. At least I think it runs smooth. I would have liked to keep that, that cool little targeting camera, so that way you can actually see better what it is you're shooting at, whether or not you're shooting at it or if you're shooting.
Got good news and bad news here. Which one do you want first?
I already heard this. Make my dinner. That's all I understood. Make my dinner. Okay, so...
Engage all hostiles. Today is my birthday, so a victory would be nice.
Of course.
Right here, man. If this was a pizza service, it'd be free by now.
I don't know. They had fighters.
This is Bravo 1. We're engaging a lot of enemy armored units. Requesting air support. Now!
Affirmative. Skull, destroy those ground targets in the downtown area. They are marked on your radar.
Be advised, we're spotting a lot of anti-air missiles there, and I'm moving lots of them.
Skull, you heard them? Proceed with caution.
I just remember being this intense last time.
S-14 Krevetka.
Brad, the paper-thin armor. Yeah, now we're talking! Great job, fly boys! Men, get ready to push!
It seems like my accuracy is better in this game.
Deploying bogey.
Frames aren't as high as they were in the other game, but at least it's still running smooth.
Skull, there's a lot of fans down there. Neutralize them now.
Looks like we caught them napping.
8 macro missiles is really not enough.
Enemy strike force is imminent.
The game had auto switch speed on
All Shelkies in the
based
squadron
on
are equipped with
pieces,
missiles.
so just being part of a game like it is in here. They did when they made the game. Tell you what, I could not wait for the game to come out. I've got to beat the first game though, at least. In this game.
Radar's clean. No enemies remaining in the combat area.
Sweet.
Good job. Wait, stand by. Something's approaching at high speed.
Alright, it's gonna be a problem here. We're gonna have a problem.
Listen up. The new
Okay, that
enemy
wasn't a
squadron is
problem.
composed of
I guess we're still in this
Mi-24s.
game,
Their
guys.
specs are comparable with your M3s. If you don't want to die, stick together.
What the hell? How big are the hands on those? Omega 1 here. These hostile battle frames are really fast.
Get moving. Our M1's getting slaughtered.
Hey, Skull, you better keep pushing that booster.
Yeah, this game's running smooth compared to last time.
Radar contacts. It's the enemy.
That's it for them. Good job, men.
So, boss, what's for dinner?
Welcome
Alright,
to the
feels
show,
good to be
Lieutenant
back in
Colonel
the saddle,
Morgan
honestly.
King.
It's
I'm
been too
Lieutenant
long since I
Colonel
played this game.
Esmeralda Ingrid, the captain of the USS Takao. I will be your mission control. Mitril is a private military contractor. Its major stockholder is a weapon manufacturer, General Cybernetic Technology. We work directly under the Pentagon and the President of the United States of America. Okay, let's get to today's task. Today, General Cybernetic Tech is going to deliver the newest prototype battle plane, the the GCT-X01 to us at Neo-Ichi Colony. However, we are not the only kid in the block. Right now, the Children of Fallen Nation Terrorist Group is attacking Neo-Ichi Colony. We estimate they'll use everything they have to get the prototype battle frame before we do.
That doesn't seem like a coincidence.
I'm confident that we will be able to beat them to the prototype. Once you're there, boot the machine with emergency startup and fight your way out. The other pilot now should be waiting for you in the cockpit. Please take good care of her.
The USS Takao is a small Special Forces assault carrier, comparable in size to the USAF's own frigate. It's not designed for head-on engagements. We can carry up to 3 battle frames on board. We also have 2 transport helicopters, which can carry each a squad of elite ground operators.
With the assistance of technology, mankind will someday be able to more effectively share their feelings with one another. We will transcend the boundary dividing our hearts and minds. Hatred and conflict will all become obsolete. Enabling direct communication between technology and the human brain, and networking the human consciousness through such technology is the mission behind Project Nimbus. The mission we at General Cybernetic Technology work to achieve. If we succeed, humanity, and thus society, will evolve together. We will enter this new era without weapons, without distrust, without conflict. Together, we can realize this dream as the future, the rebirth of humanity.
When did this go from Ace Combat to Evangelion? That's the question, guys.
Generator starting up. CPU is up. Data link online. Weapon systems armed. Critical output stable. New code directory interface established. Systems all green.
Most of the weapons are unusable right now. It will take a while before all of them are online.
Would you like to try using Blade?
Delta Leader here. The Princess is coming out.
Great! All units, protect Mirai. Do everything you can to get her to safety.
Okay. So they have it as a right click. I was busy studying the blade. Man, this thing really likes to get me go.
The landing
This
is
is
best
Delta
used to
7.
control
We are
range
engaging
targets.
multiple battle frames at the colony's entrance.
Smart missiles ready. Smart missiles can attack multiple targets at once without locking.
The Princess is in the city area. We're gonna open the gate now.
Mirai
Seems
will
pretty,
fight better in an open area. Can you open the colony's gate?
Right on target.
What, do we know the hold? All right, here we go.
Psychodrome is now usable.
Pirate Song, please give Psychodrone a try.
Funnels deployed.
Oh, funnels.
The Psychodrone will attack an off-target and
call them
distract
Psychodrones.
enemies. If you're not
call
locking
them
on any
Psychodrones,
targets,
you
the
call them
Psychodrones will help intercept incoming
Safety
missiles.
related gun.
I've got plenty more.
They're
Get your music. That means time to dance.
Of me. Mirai. That's my luck.
Funnels deployed.
Incoming enemy formation confirmed. There are 2 large squadrons of Mi-24 and a support corvette ship. We want the USS Takao to assist.
Mirai can handle this.
Funnels deployed.
I can.
Dummy decoy will release decoy balloons. It will confuse the enemy's fire control and cause missiles to lose their trackings.
Gotcha.
The corvette ship and all of its escorts are destroyed. Good work. Takao will pick you up in a moment. Please wait there.
From now on, I entrust Mirai, I mean the human Mirai, under your care. Please raise her to be a good person.
Professor. You are always welcome on our ship at any time, Professor. We're being engaged by long-range ion cannon artillery. The reading suggested that they're from the Kirov-class destroyer. That destroyer shouldn't be able to find us on radar, let alone engaging us from that sort of distance. It must be using a recon squadron for remote visual targeting. So far, all the shots have missed, but their aim is getting better. If Takao uses weapons to take these battle frames out, our position will be compromised. We will break our silent run, crank out active jammer, accelerate, and shake them off.
Would you like Mirai to intercept them?
But right now, Mirai doesn't have any weapons.
The psychodrone is still attached to its wings, right? That should be enough. And Pirate Son, I mean, Mr. Morgan, will get accustomed to the psychodrone better too.
Well, looks like I got no other choice.
The GCTX-01 is the world's first 4th generation battle frame. Its onboard AI reads the pirate's brainwaves, enhancing the control the pirate has over the frame. These brainwaves must be very strong, and very focused. There are few who possess this strength of the mind. Mirai is the only worthy candidate I have found thus far. Humanity cannot progress if we cannot unite as one. We cannot trust our own species, because we build walls around our hearts and minds to protect ourselves from those that would seek to do us harm. But without trust, we breed only pride, greed, and hatred, which only creates more distrust. With this technology, we will dissolve these walls. We will create a world without boundaries.
I don't understand.
I think he made a reference
What is
to
it,
Ace
Mirai?
Combat Zero is what's going on.
Well, no, it's nothing.
When Mirai spreads her wings, new psychodrones are ready to launch. More psychodrones in the air, the more powerful.
Don't forget that right now you don't have any weapons
Right,
except
son.
psychodrones.
If you want the
So
psycho-
please avoid close-range engagement.
The psychodrone will then orbit the target at close range, so the target will engage the drone instead of you.
Funnels deployed.
There's another squadron. This one comprises of Mi-24 cannon type.
Pirate Son, you should be able to lock on to the target now. Since the opponents are quite formidable, I think it's safer to keep some distance. Don't get ahead of your
Funnels
funnels.
deployed. All psychodrones shot down. Battle frame's damage is at 30%. Funnels deployed.
If you're under attack from missiles, just release the target rock. Psychodrones will help intercept incoming missiles.
Oh, that's cool.
New
I didn't know
hostile
about that.
squadron has arrived. It's a large squadron of Mi-24. All of them are missile
Funnels
type.
deployed. Funnels deployed.
All hostile battle frames in combat area neutralized. Enemy ship has stopped firing ion cannon. Well done. Remember the last engagement. It appeared that those ion cannon volleys are fired from this, Celis Taurus, a critical asset of Children of Fallen Nation and the flagship for Jennifer Carrera, their second in command. Today, we'll sink the Celis Taurus and capture Jennifer Carrera, so please listen carefully. I am going to keep this brief as possible. Celis Taurus is a modified UCN's Keto-class destroyer. The main weapon is the ion cannon in the bow. There's 2 VLS systems located on the ship's topside. But what's most dangerous about the battle frames is the anti-air missile systems located on both sides of the ship. The good
Yikes.
news is, the system will take a while to activate. The ship has the ability to track multiple airborne targets and intercept multiple missiles at once. We expect that its missiles interception system is almost perfect.
Jeez.
There's a high chance you'll encounter Jennifer in her personal battle frame, a heavily modified M3. If you have to engage, we advise you to stay away from her machine gun range. That's all you need to know. I have to say this again. This is not an easy task. If the Air Force is the one doing this, they'll have to use an entire wing.
Well, we certainly have our work cut out for us.
Professor Iwata is away in his lab this morning.
Hey, do we have to take Mariah out into combat? I know she's skilled, but she's just a kid.
It's okay, Morgan. I can do this. My father implanted my brain with a receptor chip, and I've been training in the simulator since I was very young. I was born to pilot this frame.
Your father? You mean Professor Iwata?
Don't worry. I am fully capable of protecting my co-pilot. I am ready to accomplish the task at hand.
She speaks as though she's more prepared for this than the soldiers over twice her age here. But she sounds so hollow, emotionless. Somehow I feel kind of sorry for this girl.
Like she said, she was born into this. She never had a choice, and she knows it. Let's just hope she believes in what she's fighting for.
Oh, Mirai's starting to sound a bit like Anya. I know the circumstances aren't exact, but she was kind of born into such a world too.
Once the data reaches the internet, like anything else, it's there forever. World, hear my words. Despite all the societal collapse, there are still people alive on the surface. I grew up there. Life is really hard. The contamination left most of the population sterilized. So kids like me are the last generation of the surface-born. Born shortly after the wealthy built their flying cities.
How are we supposed to get past that ion cannon?
The Takao is equipped with an experimental cloaking technology. We can go invisible for a few minutes. The system generates tremendous heat, so there's a cooldown period after each use. Because of the heavy blizzard and barren landscape we're headed into, this is the perfect mission to put it to the test.
Isn't the target area deep inside UCN territory?
The target is miles outside any populated areas. Far enough when the terrorists think it's safe to hide in a large destroyer. We should be able to get in and out without any problems.
Alright, let's do it.
Smart missiles ready. Main system engaging combat mode.
Okay, Morgan, Hidai, are you ready? The target ship is marked in red on the radar. Right now, the Celes Taurus has only VLS and ion cannon active. If you take out those escort battle frames first, the job will be much easier.
Multiple hostile battle frames detected. Release is recommended. Funnels deployed. I'll avoid fire to the cockpit, okay?
Don't forget that Celes Taurus has an almost perfect missile interception system.
Yeah, well, I got funneled, so I have to shoot anything. These things are already kicking ass. Alright, let's go over here real quick. Oh, there's Lieutenant.
Funnels deployed.
You're not bad. To step up my game. Get you if it killed me. It was a good day to die after all.
Rai, there are no weapons installed under the ship's belly, right?
Affirmative, but engaging at close range is very risky. Smart missiles ready.
All of the ship
deployed.
missile launchers are online. Expect heavy missile barrage. Enemy reinforcements confirmed.
Cycle drone shot down. Cycle drone is funnels deployed.
Form up behind me. And guys, check your aim. Bullets cost money too, you know.
Morgan, Mirai, well done. The ship's main missile systems are destroyed. Only the ion cannon is left.
That must be the ion
It'll
cannon.
focus more on the ion cannon and usage,
happen.
but don't worry. It's not designed to engage battle.
Funnels deployed.
Just surrender, okay? Don't have to die here.
Got it.
Unless you're into that.
There's a battle frame approaching at hypersonic speed.
Uh-oh.
Damn it!
Funnels
Jennifer was
deployed.
not on that ship.
This thing
That must be her. Alright, gotta play game getaway.
One battle frame has done all of this.
Jennifer has arrived. Do not take her lightly. She's a confirmed ace.
Yeah, well, I have confirmed funnels.
Funnels deployed.
So all you can do is spamming missiles, huh? Show me some skill. You're fast.
Morgan, keep the distance. Don't let her in the machine gun range.
deployed.
Not yet. I'm not finished yet.
I think you are.
Target battle frame is disabled. The pilot is safe. Main system will disengage from combat mode now.
You've done a very nice job last day. We've captured Jennifer Carrera. Right now she's being imprisoned in the highest security prison in CFN's Yokohama base. Our intel shows that Children of Fallen Nation has 4 commanders. We've captured 1, so there are 3 left. If we're lucky, we're going to bag another one today. It appears that Children of Fallen Nation's number 3, Obana Takeshi, is assigned to take care of their supply base located here, Hong Kong Island. Hong Kong used to be a large economic center before it sank by the rising sea level after the War of the Old World's Nations. So there will be a lot of skyscrapers in the flooded city ruins.
Oh.
The combat area is in UCN's territory. Although it's not populated and near the border, to avoid encountering UCN's force, please complete this mission and get out of the combat area as fast as you can.
See that huge crater over there? That was caused by a solar bomb, a very powerful type of nuclear weapon that brought about the end of the last war. A lot of nuclear weapons were used. This caused a rise in global temperature and sea level. Not so bad, right? Most of the populated areas are coastal plains. Turns out the sea rising a few meters really did have an impact. You'll see what I mean when you get there. The ZX-03 Judgment is a stolen prototype battle frame. Its power is quite exceptional, and it serves as an important role for the future of the UCN weapons development. I wouldn't be surprised if the Russians were looking for it too.
Alright. Onward. Whoa, you weren't kidding.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Destroy all the supply base. There are some turrets and old battle frames defending the territory, but that just poses no threat against them.
Funnels deployed.
There's another squadron. Incoming enemy formation confirmed.
All cycle drones shot down.
Over here, looks like. Am I? Can. Gotcha.
New hostile squadron has arrived.
Funnels deployed. Incoming battle frame detected. It's a heavily armed low-speed type.
That's him. Obana Takeshi, 3rd rank. If Takeshi is captured or finished, only Barry, first in command of the Children of Fallen Nation commanders, will remain.
Wow.
Does Miss Esmeralda's finish?
This guy.
Clean kill? Battle frame's damage is at 30%.
The battle frame is a ZX-03 Judgment. It's a UCN's prototype battle frame.
Judgment mainly uses energy weapons. I think it has an ion cannon too.
Yeah, and it's caused me all sorts of problems.
Funnels deployed.
Get some funnels on this guy.
It seems like Judgment is not equipped with booster.
deployed.
Oh. What the hell was that?
Funnels deployed.
Yikes. This guy really seems like anticipating my moves. But I'm one step ahead of you, buddy.
Enemy battle frame disabled.
Oh.
Confirm pilot life signal.
That was nuts. Hey, that 80s kid. Welcome to the
Multiple
dance
battle
floor, buddy.
frames coming at high speed.
You're right.
All
All
of
your
them
base
are
does belong to
S-37
us.
Terminators.
Spetsnaz. What are they doing here?
The what? The Spetsnaz are involved? Ah, shit. This is not good.
Claire, take to Counter Bridge Command. I'll go down there.
Arrived at the combat zone. Lieutenant, give me a sit rep.
One battle frame active in the combat area. It's not ZX-04.
Funnels
I've never seen
deployed.
this one before. Be careful, Colonel. We don't have any information on this mission.
Ah, evidence. Does not change our
Colonel,
mission.
there's
What
an
is judgment?
unknown battle frame approaching the combat area.
That is surely a hostile. We can have Admiral. No need to mark it as unknown. Just keep an eye on that white machine.
Oh.
Funnels deployed. The red machine is approaching at 3 times our speed.
Oh, great.
Listen, Juliana, I and the remaining Terminators will engage the target at close range. You adjust CIWS to full autonomy and support me from long range with your railgun. Got it?
Funnels deployed.
Affirmative. I'll handle long-range fire. Be careful, Colonel.
Alright, I
Thought
got
I'd
an
be
entire
late for the
team.
party, boys.
Got an entire team trying to
The
take
other
me
machine
down.
has arrived, Colonel. It's an M3 equipped with 840 MS, Gatling cannons, and missile launchers.
It's a lot of weapons. Any weakness, Lieutenant?
This sort of loadout must have a problem with weight and mobility.
Good, I got anchored with me.
Weapon system failure? Some custom job this is.
Colonel, I propose aborting the mission.
We can still win this, Lieutenant. My weapons are down, but I can still throw their fire.
What is it, Mariah?
I just have a sudden headache.
Oh, that's not ominous.
Funnels deployed.
What's this headache?
Mother
I can't
Russia.
concentrate at all. Mirai reaction is very difficult. If this goes on, I will be out of ammo soon.
More like for great freedom.
Since when do I know that
USA.
battle frames
USA. USA.
Funnels deployed.
Liana shut down?
Oh, got him.
Impossible!
I'm not dead yet, Colonel. You might be sorry to hear that.
Abort mission! We're retreating now!
Thank you, Colonel. And please come pick me up down here.
Your headache any better yet, Mariah?
Not yet. Lieutenant Yuliana Alexandrov. I think it's the name of that pilot we just shot down.
Oh gosh, is she a new type too? Captain, the ship, she's breaking up. We can't hold out much longer.
It's here. I want those American battle frames stationed in your prison. I need your help. Steal one of their M1s and then go to the main hangar. You will get your machine back, and I will get my M3s that are kept there. This should be easy for you.
Sounds Sounds like a conspiracy's afoot.
Superpower nations waged war and turned the planet.
So how you doing tonight, that 80s kid? Having fun, relaxing?
Leaving many to die on the surface. It's our duty to bring justice to the world. We are the only ally of justice.
Alright, what do we got? Whoa. Wait a minute, am I playing as the opposition now?
Fallout from the last war isn't the only reason the surface is still uninhabitable. The Ascended Nations were being pretty economic with the truth. The surface reached its worst toxicity as soon as the Third World War ended. No matter what the media tells you, those hydrogen ion engines are not a clean, sustainable method of flight. The particles released into the atmosphere below are hazardous, and they're still accumulating. Once the surface atmosphere is too saturated, the particles will begin to rise. And when that day comes, not even the skies can save them from their sins.
Oh, jeez.
The wealthy will never sacrifice their personal comfort for mankind's salvation. And why not? Because they're not the ones paying for the damage they're doing. Their children are. What we're aiming to do is
I like how the subtitles are just not following what they're actually speaking.
From itself.
It's like, why bother having subtitles then?
Shorter life for a few generations is the bitter pill that humanity has to swallow. It's the price our children will have to pay for the sins of their fathers.
Well, it's good to hear that you're doing pretty good.
Wizard 3, check in. Wizard 3, I repeat, report your status. Overlord to Wizard 1, go check on Wizard 3.
Wizard 1 here, affirmative. You want me to go to Wizard 3's last position?
Yes, please do. He should be in Hangar 2A.
Is something wrong with your radio? They said check in every 30 minutes and they mean it. You're making it really hard for me, man. Kurosawa! Wait. Who the fuck are you?
Okay, what's the plan?
Wizard 1?
Get out from the prison area first. It's an army base outside.
Overlord to Wizard 1, do you copy?
Wait until my men's work is done. Then you can get the mission.
Overlord to all units, Wizard 3 is hostile. Repeat, Wizard 3 is hostile. IFF updated, clear to fire.
Like no reason. I got 3 of them. Playing for the new year. Game we're stuck on that Steam sale. to watch Wrestling Kingdom? I missed it.
That's the exit. You're outside. Their turning speed is too slow. Now draw their attention a little bit longer.
Let me roll them out, Captain. Okay,
You don't have to dogfight them. Just take some pot shots and keep them from getting close. No need to target lock. The most important thing is to survive until my work is done. Just a little bit more.
What? All them ones in the hangar are online.
What have you done?
We'll talk later. The hangar that stored your machine is marked on radar. Get there.
Okay, so that... Oh, there, okay. Let's grab the good machine.
You surely took your time redoing your makeup.
Wow, that's funny.
See those M3s that activated after yours? Don't let them take too much damage. I need them functioning after all of this. Wow, breaking things up is truly your strong point.
Shut up!
This is General George Reynolds from the 7th Fleet of the United States Air Force. Private Contractor Mithril, do you copy?
This is Lieutenant Colonel Esmeralda Ingrid, USS Takao Mitril. What is it, sir?
We have a civilian transport ship in low orbit experiencing problems right now. Intel said there's an Alpha-level VIP on board. The ship is approaching our weapons satellite Patriot for an unknown reason. We want you to bring them out of the Patriot's defense perimeter safely.
Oh, great.
We've lost control of both Patriot and its defense drone swarms. If anything gets too close to the Patriot right now, it'll activate defense procedures and launch all 6 of its solar bomb warheads at Earth.
Of course it will.
The Patriot's firewall also collapsed 5 hours ago, so right now we don't know its targeting algorithm. If the Patriot starts its launch sequence, you will need to destroy it before the warheads are unleashed. We don't have any ships within range that are capable of taking on this assignment, so you're all we have to work with. However, Pentagon has full confidence that you can do this. Dismissed.
This is why I don't like this.
Do we have any updates on the Yokohama prison situation yet?
Unfortunately, sir, the prisoner, along with several M1 and M3 frames that were stationed there, have fled deep into UCN territory. We're still unable to track her down.
Our machines?
Hacked, sir. Those frames were unmanned. The prison sustained some damage, and there were some casualties among the prisoners and staff. Aside from Jennifer Carrera, however, no one else tried to escape.
This is embarrassing. We should organize our own strike force and get rid of this terrorist already.
No, there's no way we're doing that. What do you think our military presence in UCN territory will look like?
The terrorist attack rate has been steadily increasing the last few months. Civilian and military casualties are mounted. We cannot afford to wait on this, Mr. President.
You know full well what a powder keg this UCN issue is right now. They will treat it as an active invasion. No. We're running enough risk already with the PMCs.
Mr. President, please, think about this for a moment. Yokohama Prison is a high-security facility. Forget about the UCN, sir. If we don't act now, who knows what the terrorist will pull next? We must strike.
The last thing I want is to start another war, Chamberlain. This is the 22nd century. We need to think responsibly about this.
Sir, pardon my frankness, but I don't think you fully understand the gravity of the situation we're already sitting in right now.
We are solving the problem, Chamberlain, but we must temper our actions here with great patience and care. The War of the Old Nations taught us that violence is a relic we need to leave in the past. We are not going to get there by force.
The pilot asked to speak with you, sir. He said it was urgent.
Sir, I think we have a problem.
Morgan,
Yes?
you remember what Professor Iwata said when he was on this ship?
Yeah, mostly. Though I don't quite understand what he meant.
Merging people's minds through a computer network. He's really obsessed with it. But do we really need technology to do that? Do we really have to sacrifice part of our humanity in order to achieve peace? I too share the belief that if we could feel each other's pain, we would stop harming one another. Wouldn't that be much easier if we just tried listening to each other?
Yeah, you'd think that would be the case, huh? Seems that the spoken dialogue has had a lot more thought put into its writing than the subtitles did. I've noticed. Subtitles seem a bit plain.
Main system engaging combat mode.
AF-18.
We found the target.
That's cool.
That is.
Look at that.
Target identity confirmed. It's the Air Force One.
Wow. Why didn't you tell me during the briefing, Ingrid?
I've just found out too. Air Force One will enter Patriot's drone radius in 25 seconds. Protect Air Force One from the drone swarm until Takao gets there.
Funnels deployed. Air Force One status is now shown on screen. It's an Aurora-class transport ship. It'll be easier to disable hostile machines today, since we don't have to avoid firing at the
That's
cockpit
a hell of
anymore.
a climb. Look at that. What is that, a 60 degree? 70 degree climb? That's nuts.
Funnels deployed.
Man, having funnels is almost like easy mode. I can see why new types are so badass in the Gundam universe.
Funnels deployed.
Takao will be there in 2 minutes.
Funnels deployed.
Oh, crap. There's a trick.
Funnels deployed. Funnels deployed.
Oh, no, you don't.
Funnels deployed.
I think so, buddy.
Funnels deployed. USS Takao has arrived in the combat area.
Are you too late? Patriot might have started by now.
Huh. You still can talk.
Funnels deployed.
Elite Squadron of high-performance battle frames and a combat support ship. It's a USS Manhattan class LCS ship.
What the hell's it doing here?
Morgan, attract both the ship and the battle frame's attention. The LCS ship has a railgun installed. Don't let it target the Air Force One.
There it is.
Funnels deployed.
All hostile unit destroyed. The escorting mission is a success. Sir, we'll escort you to the 7th Fleet waiting at the rendezvous point.
Gentlemen, I've got bad news.
Oh.
Patriot has started the launch sequence.
What? No, you gotta be kidding me.
You've got 5 minutes until Patriot will fire. Patriot has a solar bomb warhead, the weapon that destroyed Earth's surface 30 years ago.
That is how fighting to destroy each other will end. We've seen it in the last war. Weapons cannot create peace. All weapons can do is destroy.
Funnels deployed.
Patriot has started locking onto targets for the first warhead. Tokyo, Osaka, Okinawa, Taipei, Seoul.
Funnels deployed.
Wait, this isn't a weapon satellite, it's a battle frame.
What? Oh, snap. Was honestly not expecting that.
The second warhead is locking onto targets. Manila, Sydney, Midway, Hawaii, Alaska. All of our Pacific colonies are targeted.
I think I was,
Battle frame's damaged at 30%.
well, debated. Honestly, didn't know that was a... Come on. God.
Patriot is identifying targets for the third warhead. San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego.
Oh man,
It's
just
targeting
rub
the
it in
West
my
Coast.
yeah. Oh my. Oh, this is bad. Oh, bad.
Here comes the fourth locking sequence.
Oh my
Houston,
gosh, what else do I gotta
Miami,
lose?
Orlando, Atlanta.
Oh. Oh,
You've
wow.
got 5 minutes until Patriot will fire. Patriot has a solar bomb warhead, the weapon that destroyed Earth's surface 30 years ago.
Let's try to get it done.
That is how fighting to destroy each other will end. We've seen it in the last war. Weapons cannot create peace. All weapons can do is destroy. Patriot has started locking onto targets for the first warhead. Tokyo, Osaka, Okinawa, Taipei, Seoul.
Funnels deployed. deployed.
The second warhead is locking onto target. Manila, Sydney,
Battle frame's damage
Midway,
is at 30%.
Hawaii, Alaska. All of our Pacific colonies are targeted.
Funnels deployed.
Wait, this isn't a weapons satellite, it's a battle frame.
Funnels deployed.
Patriot is identifying targets for the third warhead. San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego. It's targeting the West Coast. Here comes the fourth locking sequence. Houston, Miami, Orlando, Atlanta.
Man, they really want you to feel bad for losing this mission.
Funnels deployed.
Come on, funnels. You're like one of the best fucking guys.
2 minutes
The last warhead
remaining.
is acquired target.
Patriot destroyed.
New York City, Philadelphia, Boston, Washington, D.C.
Saved the world
The
today.
explosion's radius now covers the entire country. Estimated casualties, 1.5 billion.
Tell Dragon's Eye to stop
Morgan,
guilt tripping me.
GCTX0.
GRU has intercepted the message that there will be a terrorist attack here tonight.
Gentlemen, what do we know?
We are detecting 3 unidentified transports bound to dock at the city's port in 5 minutes. The energy emission is close to that of a reactor. Presence of WMD is highly possible.
Jeez.
You sure it's not a space shuttle we get after?
We have a Kula squadron in Bangkok too. Give them a call.
Alright, well, we made some pretty good progress here. I think I'd like to change it up a little bit and play something that's a little easier. A little easier both on as far as gameplay goes and as far as it acting on my CPU and GPU. So, we'll take a quick little break here. And when we get back for our third and final set for tonight, we'll have a nice surprise little dance. For a really fun, unique, lighthearted action aircraft game that honestly reminds me of games from like the mid 90s, like the early to mid 90s, where everything was all polygonal and there were no textures. Has kind of like an old Star Fox feel to it. Be right back, guys. back, everybody, for our third and final set for the dance tonight. For Turn and Burn Tuesdays. Back with you again here, Soul Bad Greg. Gonna take you through a little indie gem of a game called Skyro. It's a roguelike aerial combat game that wears its aesthetic on its sleeve for early 90s 3D geometrical games back when textures didn't exist. Everything was super polygonal. So first, let's lower stuff down a little bit. It's not too loud. There we go. Not like other rogue types. You go as far as you can in this game to amass as much as you can, and then once you're dead, you're dead. But you get to keep a lot of the stuff that you accumulated from the previous sorties. So you basically build up yourself over time. It's pretty charming. All right, so we need to find out what that is. What the heck are med beds? Okay, that's a factory. The Zulu medium bomber, drone, Griffin, Condor, Dome Radome. Okay. Aero Labs, freighters. What? Medveds. What the heck are medveds? Huh. That's weird. Huh. I'm dealing with an enemy type that I don't know what to outfit for. Well, that's not gonna be good. Alright, well. What do we got here? I don't want to be a medium bomber. That's... Gun, air-to-air, micro, rockets. Yeah, I think that's decent. It's a decent loadout. Alright, let's see here. Alright, that's throttle. That's yaw. Okay. Micro. Oh, except they're locked on. Okay, well there you go. Okay, and X is the fire. Micros. There we go. Wow, I've never seen this type of this type before. Got him. All right, let's go. Yeah, I love these retro games. They're hilarious. Cool. Ministry. What is that? I don't know what that is. Let's just keep rolling with what we got. that's what it is. I should have been a bomber. Oh, switch to rockets. We got it mostly damaged. I'll do another high pass. So many of these guys. Ah. Okay, one more. I think we got one more. Come on, we can do it. We can do Okay, let's go. Well, that was close. Gosh, it's getting close. There you go. Safe. It's like bullies chasing you to your house. I mean, as soon as you run to the patio and you get to the door, it's like, I'm safe. You can't hurt me anymore. I'm gonna get my mom on you. Alright, XMT. I still don't know what that is. Let's just keep rolling with what we got. I must be in a much more different area, much more dangerous area, because the music and the overall aesthetic of everything's changed. So that's what it means. It's a transmitter. Okay. TFO. Crap. Man, these guys don't mess around. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, man. Hopefully I'll get something better this time. Let's give that a shot. Hey, Gundam Wing. Pleasure to see you here, buddy. Welcome to the third set of tonight's dance for Turn and Burn Tuesdays. You know, I wasn't actually supposed to be playing this game, but after playing the last two games, I wanted to get this game in because I haven't played this game in such a long time, and I was hoping to show this game to other people. So, yeah, I'll be staying on for probably at least, what, maybe 20, 30 more minutes before I call it a night. So, yeah, glad to have you on board. I literally just started this like maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. Alright, so select starting day. Alright, let's go day one, because I can't afford the other thing, so... Alright, so what are we doing? We're doing Foundry. So let's load up differently. Let's see here. We don't need that. We need ground-based stuff. Morning Star. Nope. Nope. There you go. Let's see how these work. I've never used micro bombs. See if they're worth it. So Gundam, how was your day? Doing pretty good on this Tuesday? I was actually playing a game that was, I don't know if you've ever heard of Project Nimbus, but it's probably the closest thing you can get to if you were to cross Gundam with probably the closest thing you can get to if you were to cross Gundam with Ace Combat. Oh, I see. So these are like... Oh. They don't seem to do a lot of damage. Switch to rockets. Out these micro bombs because these things suck. Gosh, these guys. Go after these guys. Sick of them chasing me down like some sort of dog. Oh, okay, well, that's good. Helping someone out with helping someone set up their computer. That's cool. That'll be me eventually when I get my processor and I gotta rebuild my computer. Can't wait for that day. Get the whole system upgraded. That'll be sweet. Then it won't have any problems streaming certain games like I have been. I did not expect Project Nimbus to have such a hard time streaming until I switched to playing the older version of Project Nimbus and the AMD version of the codec encoder, which isn't great, but it managed to keep the frames up, so. Alright, what do we got? That's it. Transmitter. Okay. So we don't need... Okay, let's switch this out to useful munitions. There we go. And then instead we'll go for the big boy. There we go. There's the big boy. I don't mind building computers, but I hate it when they have a million questions after you've already done it and it works. Oh. Yeah, I know, yeah. I know exactly what you mean. That's, yeah. Been there. Okay, so we got the Zulu. So, we got some bombs. What is this? GB1. How much damage does this boy, big bad boy do? 300. Oof. That's precision guy. That's cool. 800. Okay, so that is sweet. I wonder if my mods still work. Hey, check this out. Okay, that's the Rogue. Wild Bay. The Falke. The Condor. Aww. I used to have mods for this game where I had all sorts of aircraft and stuff from like Star Wars and like anime and just all this crazy like actual real world military models placed in this game, but I must have taken out. It probably screwed up the stability or something. Oh, okay, fine. I don't want your upgrade. Wait a minute. That's not what I wanted to fly. Oh well. Hard and fast, I guess. At least I'll be able to deal with the anti-air. Sweet. Alright. GTFO. 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 Oh. Oh yeah, Callie was here on the earlier stream, but yeah, it's you know, she's working off EST time where I'm on PST time, so, or I should say CST time. So she's yeah, it's a lot later for her than it is for me right now. So. So here's an X-Lab, so we need to do this right this time. We need to pick the correct fighter. There we go. The big boy. That'll do it. No, she's CST. Yeah. So when her and I do our Friday night collabs, we got to make sure we time it out right, because otherwise, you know, it might get too late for her. Alright. Holy bananas, look at this thing. That is quite the targeting reticle. Oh. I was hoping I could lock on it from here. Bombs away. Look at that, one shot, one kill. Oh, I got a tail gunner. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know I had a tail gunner with this thing. Gosh, it's not gonna matter if I have a tail gunner if I keep getting hit by those missiles. Come on. high-speed wobbles. What ship are you on PSO2? I'm on, we're on ship 3. So, yeah, if you want to join me for, PSO2 on, Friday nights, feel free. Unfortunately, Callie is kind of done with that game. It didn't grab her like it did me. She was a bigger fan of the original PSO. So, yeah, we just talked about today, and so, big sad. Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I need is that thing. Tail gunner, flare, countermeasures. Oh, you're on ship 2? Aw. What's your character level on ship 2? Let's keep the tail gunner. Oh, you just started? Oh, that's good. Thought you were gonna be like, oh, I got like 3 level 90, like 3 level 90 characters. Be like, oof. Yeah, right now I have Soul, and he's at level 22 or something like that. And then I have his swing dancing partner, Anya, aka the Iron Curtain, and she's like level 84, 85, something like that. Ow. Oh, that's useful. I'm keeping that. Yeah, big sad. Trying to look for other streamers that are interested in playing PSO2. I saw Insomnio saying that she was going to start playing, so I threw out a message to see if she'd be interested in doing some group plays. Otherwise, I'll just be playing with some of my friends that I know here locally that play it. Because they tend to play it, well, at least a couple tend to play it often. The others are waiting for new Genesis to come out. I may have spent most of my time in character creation when I found out Cass is basically Gundams. Yep. Yep. In the original game, I played as Gundams. In newer version of game, I play as Gundam waifus. Dreadnought. Okay, that sounds like an aircraft. So we're gonna be the medium fighter, because that thing always seems to be pretty good. Pursue missile. 80 damage. Wow. Okay, so that's that right there. Hey, Nectree! Welcome to the dance floor, buddy. We're in our third and final set for the night for Turn and Burn Tuesdays. Playing a little bit of a game called, it says Project Nimbus. That's not right. Does this seriously still say Project Nimbus? This is Rogue Sky, which is a roguelike, arcadey, lighthearted arcadey air combat game. It's pretty cool. How have you been? Have a good night so far? Or day, depending on where you're at. on this great big planet of ours. Ah, stick with this loadout. Ooh, had a lazy day off. That's nice. Oh. Were we already back in the red area? I don't remember. Oh snap! We're going after a big boy. What the heck? I can't use that? Oh, it's weird. I can't use that. Oh, what the? Well, that happened. Yeah, F's in the chat, everybody. Alright, free research. What do I get to research? Yeah, sure. We'll research that. Alright, let's start back at day one. No money. But that means we are undefeated. Alright, so we're going after a foundry. So since it's ground-based, I want to take the big boy out. Yep, this will make it easier. Yeah, earlier today I was playing, I was doing a continuation for Project Wingman. And I got through, what, maybe 2 missions? The first mission had to redo a couple of times. But, yeah, I found out that giant laser cannon things are a thing in that game. Alright. Okay. So glad I have a tail gunner. So yeah, this is a fun little indie game. I love the aesthetic for it. Reminds me of old like 3D polygonal Sims of like the early 90s. Very charming. Warms my heart just seeing it. Alright, now we're going after the transmitter, so let's keep this guy. Because this, honestly, as soon as I got this fire and forget air to ground beast of munitions, like ground attacks in this game have gotten so much easier. It's ridiculous. Got it. Oh, condors. That's dogfighting. Alright, we're gonna switch it up then. Alright. Oh no, my phone's about to die. Oh, get the power. Must get the power. Okay, got the power. Interesting. Hey guys, how's my streaming coming out? Does it look okay or does it look fuzzy? For some reason on my screen, I don't know if it's because of my internet connection or if it's just the encoder. It looks fuzzy on my end. I didn't get it. Looks just fine for you? Okay, that's good. Yeah, I had to switch encoders because surprisingly, Project Nimbus took a lot of resources to run, and running the encoder off my processor just wasn't cutting it. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. Alright, time to take down some fighters. Got him. Just like a realistic carrier landing. Okay. Ooh, an AWACS. Yeah, let's keep this. Fighter escort. Yep. Actually, I got just about everything I need. Ooh, we decoyed it. I don't think so, buddy. Take my Macross missiles. There we go. Oh, now I'm losing track here. Yeah, so I have, that should do it. Got it. Let's take out these guys while we're at it. Yeah, I have my new motherboard and my new memory for the motherboard. My power supply is still good. It'll run it just fine. Same thing with my graphics card. I just got that this year, so I probably won't get a new one for probably at least another year or so. The biggest thing is the processor. I got a processor that I bought like closer to like mid 2000s, or I should say mid 2010s. So it's old, and it just can't keep up with all the new stuff. I mean, it can run stuff fine right now, but if I stream, I have my VTuber, you know, model and stuff, and other things going on in the background, it's starting to push it over the edge for newer games. The card I'm running is a it's an AMD Radeon. Was it R7? I want to say. So it's a decent card. You know, it's a 16 gigabyte card, which is good for certain things. It's not the greatest for streaming, and honestly, it could be a lot better. But for the moment, it's serviceable. But I'd like to get another graphics card because I noticed that this graphics card, for some reason, it gives me problems with certain games. Certain games would crash on me, like completely crash, like the screen would go black and everything. And sometimes it would reset the computer. So unfortunately, I don't play those games anymore. I have no clue why it does it, but it does it. You know, it didn't have that problem with an earlier, you know, weaker graphics card. It just has a problem with the game that it runs now. So I don't know. Yeah, I would have bought the processor already, except the processor is being sold to me by a friend of mine who just bought the processor just like last year, but wants to get the newest one that just came out like a month ago. But his you know, computer parts are kind of hard to come by right now just because of the economy and the nature of everything. You know, production's slow, so everybody's waiting. But when he sells me his processor, you know, he's gonna like shave like 150 off of it compared to what it would be brand new. So, you know, I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. Basically rebuilt my computer within 500 bucks. It's gonna run way better. I'll actually be able to play Cyberpunk 2077 confidently. Considering a new build, but my 970 SSC is holding up pretty well. Cards are super hard because China builds most PVCs and they were sitting at 25%. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. My gosh, look at the radius of this. This is awesome. Ooh, I need to take these guys out. These guys are going to cause me problems. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get stalling there. Not quite Top Gun. Thanks, game. Thanks. Alright, do that. Oh my god. I goofed. I done goofed. There you go. Incoming reinforcements. You don't say. Oh. This thing's heavy. Crap, vet. I've never fought a vet in this game. Oh, this is gonna be bad for me. Oh, I'm gonna die. This is bad. This is bad. Yeah, let's continue from day 5. We got the money. Dreadnought, oof. It's another big boy. I don't play these. I need to try these fighters. Payload, avionics, payload, durability. Yeah, let's try this. Micro missile, I don't need that. Not pointless. There we go. Ooh. I can look like a Star Fox. I'll take that. Aft launched micro missile. Countermeasures. It still seems to make sense to have that. Ah. Well, there's no reason to have that stuff. Alright. There's even little foxes on there. Yeah, I'll take it. I didn't know this was a color scheme. Star Fox was one of my favorite franchises growing up as a kid. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm dealing with? Oh wow. Well, I screwed myself. I didn't know this was what was going. I didn't know this was what I was going after. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Oh, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna go back home. No. This is not what I expected. This is not what I expected. I should have been the big boy. Can I land? Can I land? Can I land? Land. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll take it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh, I can switch? Ooh. I have better rockets though. Unguided. Let's get rid of the micro missile. Gosh dang. There we go. That PSP giveaway they have going on is super surprising, and the PSP was such a great system. I was never really that big on the PSP. Then again, back then I wasn't really big into like handheld consoles in general. I like the games that were on them, but like I used to be just like a, you know, before the 2DS. Crap. Oh, and I died. Shit. Oh, look at it burn. That's my hopes and dreams right there, just plummeting to the ground. Oh. So sad. Okay. Alright, let's try this one more time. So the PSP was an interesting system. It had some really good games on it, but man oh man, it did not have an easy life cycle. Like, the choices that were made for it, just, like, UMDs, like, really? That didn't last long. Back in high school, my friends and I were constantly playing it in MGS in class. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's, like, MGS and, like, certain other franchises, like, that would definitely be a reason to get that game, you know? Or get that system. But, yeah, just, like, I knew more friends that played like Nintendo. You know, they played like Nintendo DS and then 3DS and stuff like that. I was pretty late to the handheld game. Like the earliest handheld I had was the Sega Game Gear, and we all know how that turned out. And so since then, I've pretty much stayed away from handhelds. Watched everybody else play Pokemon as I was growing up and being like, oh, I want to play Pokemon, but no. Eventually get like, what is it, actually I'm looking at it right now, the Game Boy Advance, like the Game Boy Advanced, was it the SP, I think it was called? The one with the backlight, the little flip. But even then I barely played it, like I only had a few short games. Although it wasn't until the GameCube came out where I actually got a, was the attachment on the bottom, to where you can play your Game Boy Advance games on there, and then oh man, I was playing all sorts of games. At least it was not as bad as the Vita. Most people I know of only got it for Persona 4 Gold. Oof. I didn't really keep track of the Vita, but I know a lot of decisions did definitely made their client base not happy. I was a diehard Nintendo guy, only got the Vita like 2 years ago, and it was meh. Yeah, so if you want to know what Soul Bad Greg's preferences was growing up, Soul Bad Greg started out as a Nintendo kid. So you know, my uncle got me the Nintendo, you know, when I was a wee lad, and then eventually I graduated up to the Super Nintendo, and then the Nintendo 64, and then after the Nintendo 64, specifically because a lot of the third-party developers left Nintendo to go make games for the PlayStation, I eventually made the jump over to the first Sony PlayStation. And it was pretty awesome. Still have great love for the Nintendo 64 because that game console came out with so many groundbreaking games for the system and just for the genre of a lot of the franchises for Nintendo moving forward, you know. But yeah, like Metal Gear Solid, you know, that was the huge one. I wanted to play that because I played the demo for it, and then eventually I rented it. And unfortunately, the disc that I rented was messed up, so I couldn't play the game. I could only play like the VR mission, the training missions on there, and I just never bothered to get it fixed. So unfortunately, that kind of left a sour taste in my mouth, and it had nothing to do with Metal Gear Solid. You know, it wasn't the franchise's fault, but for some reason I just like didn't bother to care about Metal Gear Solid much after that until my actual introduction to the franchise on the original Xbox with Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. What's one game that you wish Nintendo remade for the Switch? Well, if you had one, oh my gosh. Pokemon Crystal, huh? Best Pokemon game? So I was a big Pokemon fan growing up, right? Watched the anime back in the day. I didn't have handhelds, so I couldn't play the original game, so I know I shouldn't think this, but I always felt kind of like a phony growing up, you know, like a fake Pokemon fan, because I didn't really get to experience Pokemon the way most kids did back then. I only played, you know, I only played, what was it, like Pokemon Snap and other Pokemon-based games that were on consoles, or like the card game. But otherwise, I'd be watching the anime and stuff, and that was, you know, that was kind of my exposure to Pokemon. And it wasn't until I would get the SP, the Game Boy Advance SP, where I'd actually have the ability to play Pokemon. But by then, people have already moved on to like all the other different colors and stuff like that, the different generations. So I was super behind. And it honestly wasn't until Pokemon Sword and Shield where I was actually on the ground floor to play a Pokemon game. And I was like, well, I know people have problems with this game, but I'm literally coming into this almost completely fresh, so this is great for me. Mario RPG had no right to be that good. Oh man, Mario RPG was so good. Mario RPG, and the game I want, because you asked about the Nintendo thing, the game that I want to have them, they don't even have to remake it, just bring it back, is Paper Mario. You know, put that on the Switch, please. I bought, what was it, what was that called? That Paper Mario, what was it? Paper Mario Origami or something like that? I can't remember it. I literally just uninstalled it on my Switch because I'm just not playing it. I have no desire to play that game. I want to play the old battle system. It was fun. Let's see. Wait, what Pokemon game got you into it? Or are you referring to me? Oh, big boys. Oh, we got the big boys. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. So I didn't play it, but I got into Pokemon when it first became a thing, with Red and Blue. You know, like the first 151 Pokemon, I could tell you everything you want to know about it. You know, what they're strong against, what they're weak against, you know. But all my friends played the actual handheld, you know, Pokemon games because they all had Game Boys. I didn't, you know. The only handheld I had back then was Game Gear. So, but eventually I would get like Ruby, you know, like Pokemon Ruby for like the Game Boy Advance, and I'd play that a little bit. But that game kind of had a hard time of holding my interest because everyone else was already so far ahead. And for me, if I'm doing the same thing over and over again, I get kind of bored easily, which is funny because that's Callie's complaint for PSO2, and yet I'm still playing the game over and over again because it's simple. Although I don't play it as often as I used to. Although thanks to streaming, I definitely play it a little more from time to time. I still have a lot of fun with it. But it honestly, like, I bought Pokemon, was it Let's Go Pikachu when the Switch came out? And I played that a little bit, that was fun, but you know, it was the same thing. And I did not like the... Oh gosh, home base, come on. Oh, made it. You know, I played Let's Go Pikachu, and it was fun, but one of the problems I have with that game is, like, it's overly sensitive with the thumbstick, at least on my Joy-Cons. I don't know if that's a drift issue or something, but like if I press down on, like, if I press the down direction to go like down, or to go south, I guess you could say. Ash, or in this case Red, or whatever you name him, you know, he just kind of walks south instead of runs south, whereas all the other directions you'd put the same amount of pressure on it and he'd run. So it's like, yeah, you really gotta put a lot of pressure on it. Although that's only the Joy-Cons that have that issue. Like I have a Game Boy, or Game Boy. I have a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, and that controller works just fine. You just press down on it and it goes down, you know, it runs down like it should. I don't know what the deal is. But yeah, the two things that kind of killed me with that game was that it was the exact same game as before. And they changed the way you capture Pokemon. They try to emulate Pokemon Go, and I was not the biggest fan of Pokemon Go. Like when Pokemon once again, I didn't have a cell phone that can run the game properly. Everybody else I knew did. So I hung out with everybody else playing Pokemon Go, and I just hung out with them, walking around with my little emulator on my phone, being like, yeah man, Pokemon Ruby's still pretty awesome. Yeah, I don't have to pay real world money for balls like you do. I just get it from the Poke Shop here. Yeah, see, check that out. Yeah, who's poggers now? So yeah, I missed out on that craze. Although, you know, I was there with everybody else, but, you know, I missed out on that experience personally. So it's funny because eventually when I did get a cell phone that could run it, I started up the game and created an account. I did the secret thing where instead of picking Bulbasaur, Charizard, or not Charizard, I wish, Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle as your starter, I instead did the secret thing where you can get Pikachu as your starter. And as soon as I got Pikachu as the starter, I immediately stopped the game, I uninstalled it, and I never touched it again. So the only Pokemon I have in my account is Pikachu. But yeah, my first true Pokemon game, I want to say, was Sword and Shield. I bought it day one, and I played the crap out of that game. I almost finished it. I think I'm at the last boss, but man, that guy's tough, and my Pokemon are not ready. Their bodies were not ready. It was sad. It was so sad to see them go down like that. Just not great. Just 2 out of 10. Would not recommend. I gotta boost them up. I gotta get them ready. Joy-Cons, rubber seal, and the analog stick have been wearing down, and Nintendo is just fixing it. Yeah, I've been hearing about the drift issue. It's kind of ridiculous how long it's taken for them to finally do something about it, you know? But at least they're doing something about it. I just wonder if it's if I have to send something in or whatnot, you know? Ooh, let's change that. God, the memes for Sword and Shield. Oh, I love the memes. I specifically love watching, I don't know if you guys ever watched Lost Paws, Noble. I love watching his, all the memes he was doing of Sword and Shield. Especially the angry Pokemon trainer. Was it everyone was meeting that the girl in Sword and Shield was, Scottish, and that she was an angry Scottish lass for some reason. And so I literally had my character as I just pretended she was the Scottish lass, and I just made her that same character. Oh man, good times, good times. Take out 2 foundries. 2 for the price of 1. Alright, hopefully I can get there without too much hassle. Come on, high-speed passes. High-speed passes. I mostly remember the people being like, waifus be thick. Oh, yeah? I don't know if I've seen that one then. Oh, jeez. Alright, there's sparkles. Oh, man, just those attack shots like that. Cause me problems. And always with the problems. There you go. Got it. Oh, sweet. I was able to escape out pretty low here, so they didn't pursue me. That's good. Yeah, I wish they would release Persona on the Switch as well, but they got Persona 4 Gold on Steam, so I got that now. Although it's funny because I already have this guy. Really? You want to be my kill? It's so sad. What? Like, are you guys just trying to... Are you guys patronizing me? Why are you flying right out in front of a medium-sized bomber? I'll take it. Isn't Persona 5 going to be on Switch? So, not necessarily. It's Persona 5, it's like a Dynasty Warriors kind of hack and slash game. That's going to be on that's going to be on the Switch. Interestingly enough, from what I hear, the way they made Joker in that game, at least in the English dub, apparently he sounds way more confident and badass in himself than he does in the English dub for Persona 4. Or Persona 4 Royale, I should say. Yeah, Atlas be doing some weird stuff with their dubs. Not their dubs and their censoring. I don't like it. Not a fan. 2 out of 10. Atlas will never listen to fans in Remake 3. So I didn't get involved with Persona until 4 on the PS2. How was 3? Because a lot of people seem to like it. It sounds like you do too, you know. Yeah. Alright, let's try and get through here. Oh, you're behind there? Oh man, this tail gun is so good. Alright. Did I have more to do? Oh, maybe I had more to do. I didn't know that. Oh, apparently I do. Whoops. Alright. Oh man. Alright, 2 shots. There we go. Pepe always tells me to do a barrel roll and everything's supposed to be okay, right? Let's see, 3 had a great story, probably my favorite of the recent games. I think it's the real reason people managed to move, or Persona managed to move just being a SMT spin-off. That said, has not aged well, most notably the fact that you have to talk to NPCs to change their equipment, a thing many other RPGs at the time had moved past. Ah, okay. Interesting. Alrighty, here we go. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. Alright, so guided munitions is not gonna help. Torpedo. Alright, let's let's see how well this goes. Let's bring up the big boy. You destroyed the thing finally, but you... I just... It's like getting assignments over in the electrical room in Among Us. It's the room where dreams go to die. Yeah, give me my pity research. If you can, you should emulate 3, but just know it can be very mean at the beginning for no real reason. What do you mean? It can be really mean? Do you mean like it can be very unforgiving? Because I can see that. Yeah, some games are like that, you know? That. Alright. Well, looks like I'm going to conclude it for the evening, guys. So, thank you for joining me for tonight's edition for Turn and Burn Tuesdays. I'm going to get the raid stream set up here. And let's see who we're going to raid. See who's online right now. Let's see who's online. Who's online? Ooh. You know, I'll send you guys over to Cybernova. She's currently playing Risk of Rain 2 right now. Cool stuff. Oh, the RNG against you. Oh. That sucks. Alright, well, give me a moment here and the rating shall commence. Oh, something else exciting to say real quick. I actually just achieved the ability to become an affiliate. So that's super cool. Alright, let's see here. Yeah. There you go. Cool. Alright. I'll see you guys next time.